3 days to go. Hello guys, welcome to another video. Like I said, I'm now 3 days out from my competition, so I'm currently deloading, so no lifting footage I'm afraid in this video. I weighed in this morning at 92.4 kilograms, so that's obviously 600 grams under my weight category, so just need to maintain for the next 3 days and I'll comfortably make it. So having breakfast now, this is maple glazed bacon with these liquid egg whites, which I bought. They're Dr. Zach's high protein free range liquid egg whites. Bought these from a supplement shop yesterday. They're really good. So yeah, slightly different video today. What I'm going to be doing is talking about my goals for the competition, what I'm hoping to get and what I expect to get. I'm also going to show you exactly what I'm going to be taking to the competition. So let's get into everything that I'm going to take to this competition. Probably the most important thing, your singlet. This is obviously what you're going to be lifting in, so that is priority number one. Next comes a t-shirt that you can wear for squatting and benching. Obviously when you deadlift you don't need to wear a t-shirt. Another t-shirt, make sure you bring a spare t-shirt because obviously you don't want to be wearing the same t-shirt all day. Deadlift socks. So important, without these you will not be allowed to deadlift. Knee sleeves. Obviously you are allowed to squat without knee sleeves, but I find these do help when I squat and they help keep my knees warm and help protect my knees, so these are a definite must. Wrist straps. Obviously I use these for the squat and for the bench. Obviously they stop your wrist from bending back and they keeps your wrist nice and sturdy. So they're going in. Next we have bands. If you use the bands, they help with your lockout. Lots and lots of bands. The bands are obviously used for warming up. I use these for stretching my hips out, opening up my hips, and I also use them to get my shoulders nice and mobile, nice and warm for bench press. So I obviously won't take all of these, but a couple of bands are essential as well. Next. Oh God. Lifting belt. Obviously every powerlifter should own a decent lifting belt. Helps with your squat and deadlift obviously, so don't want to be forgetting that. Moving on to shoes. My Addy Powers, I obviously use heeled shoes to squat in. I've been using these for about 1.5 years now and they are the best squat shoe that I've ever used. They're the only squat shoe I've ever used. But they are very, very good. I don't like squatting in flats. I prefer using the heeled shoes, so they're going in as well. Flat shoes, these are obviously for deadlifting in. You want to be as close to the ground as possible, so you don't want any heels to give you any extra leverage. So flat shoes going in. These are the Adidas Combat Speeds. Let's tidy up a little bit. Liquid chalk. Again, another essential bit of kit. Helps to grip the bar. You can also put it on your back for the squat to get keep the bar in place. Obviously another essential. Fuck's sake. Okay, so now we're moving on to things that aren't quite as essential. Things like creatine. Obviously some people will take it, some people won't. I take it. I do actually feel the benefits of taking creatine, so I make sure I take this to the meet as well. I also bring headphones because I like to pump myself up, get hyped up before I lift. Or if I need to calm myself down, I listen to some chilled songs before I lift. Foam roller, you don't have to obviously use this. Some people don't like using foam rollers, but I like to use it after I've squatted because I often get quite a tight back after I squat and going into bench press. I often cramp up, so I like to use the foam roller after I squat. Then we move on to baby powder. So baby powder is actually used for deadlifting. What you do is you put it onto your thighs, and by doing so, when you get to the top of the movement, when you're locking it out, I know you're not meant to hitch, but it allows the bar to slide nicely up your thighs. I have heard stories about baby powder and how people would put them in the chalk bucket that you get at a powerlifting competition and sabotage people's deadlifts, because obviously if you get this on your hands, you're not going to be able to grip a bar properly. I like to think that the people I'm competing alongside aren't arseholes though. So yeah, this is obviously the stuff that I use and what I take to my competition. It may vary from person to person, depending on obviously if you compete raw or equipped for a start. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be taking. Obviously I haven't got like my snacks and my drinks yet for like hydration and obviously fuel. I haven't gone to the shop yet, so I'm just going to go and get that the day before the competition. I don't want to be worrying about that and food going off, that sort of thing. So this is mainly what I'm going to be taking anyway, so yeah. So let's talk game plan. What do I need to get at the competition and what I think I'm going to get at the competition. So to qualify for nationals, I need to get a 600 kilo total. I don't see that happening. I'm probably about 20 kilos away from that as things stand. So I'm going to be opening with squat at probably 195 kilos, and the plan is to then to go to 205 kilos and then 215, which would be a meet PR and an overall PR. Bench press, I'm going to be opening at 115 kilos, which is actually 2.5 kilos away from my meet PR overall. So that's my bench has flown up over the last year, which is great. So the second attempt will be 122.5 kilos, which will be meet PR, and then I'll be going for my overall PR of 130 kilos. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that one that does happen. Deadlift, I'm going to be opening with. This is the one I'm not too sure about still. I think I'm probably going to be opening with 210, then go to 225, and then go to 230, 235. 235 will be an overall PR, so I'll be very happy with that. So that is the game plan. We'll just have to wait and see if it comes off. So I'm now on my way into work, so this is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I know there's been no lifting content, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I will now see you at my competition in 3 days' time, so take care guys, see you later.